Mary Mac. Hey, Miss Mary.
Hey, Margot.
And me, comedian Margot Evans. Yay! Yes, we're back. We're back. Really do appreciate you guys. You're back. Your girls are back. Your girls are back. Welcome back to the Just Being Me podcast. Hey y'all, how are you today? We are back with our second episode of our new season in 2023. Hey Miss Mary.
Hey, Margot. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. Trying to stay dry in sunny California.
Where it never rains, right?
Right. That's what Tony said, but he lied this season because we getting rain.
We get rain.
We are getting the rain. I hear somebody's scrambling up a bag back here. My love. So we're back. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Just Being Me podcast with your host, Miss Mary Mac, and me, comedian Margot Evans. Like I said, we've been out for a minute. We jumped on last week just to do a little rollback, so y'all can know what we've been doing since October. I think it was October 13th was the last show that we did. I would like to just say thank you to all of the people who have tuned into our show throughout that time. People have tuned in and they have caught up with us. So I'm so happy to see that that we have new followers and new listeners. Excuse me, not followers, listeners. But you can be a follower because we do have a Facebook. It's at Just Being Me Podcast. Instagram at Just Being Me. It's Just Being Me. So M_E_. But, yes, so we look forward to another year. Oh, and I also let Miss Mary Mac know last week when I was just going through our thing. We've been doing this for about 3.5 years.
Wow.
That time went by so
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
That's what I was scrolling and looking at the dates, and I was like, we've been doing this for about 3.5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. The time go by so fast, just like, okay. But yes, I remember the first day that I asked you if you would do the podcast with me.
I was like, why me, huh? What am I going to say?
What am I going to say? I'm like, just like we be talking every morning. When I come into work, it was the same thing we gonna do when we get on the podcast. She's like, okay, well, we can do that. And we've been doing it for 3.5 years. Yep, so
it's been good.
Yep, it's been a good ride, and I'm glad. Mary's like, when we gonna do the podcast? When we gonna get back to the podcast? It is very therapeutic. We like to talk, and we like to, do what we do, so I was like, we getting it back in. So we are back. We're here. And just like the description says, it's just two girlfriends having a conversation about some stuff. Okay.
Just talking, having a conversation, running stuff off of each other and getting opinions on things, and it's fun.
Yep. So I have my thought of the day. My thought of the day is stop being afraid of what could go wrong and think of what could go right. Yes. Look, where's my sound effect? Yeah, stop thinking about what could go wrong. We fixate so much on the negative and not on the positive. You're like, well, what if this and what if that and what if this and what if that? But what if that don't happen and it goes right? Let's think of the positive. Let's think of what happened when it goes right. What's going to happen?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
don't overthink it. How about that?
There you go, right there. Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Whatever. Just go for it. Don't even think about it.
Go with the flow. Yep. So I like that little saying there. All right. Let's jump into the weekend review. Let me turn.
What you do this weekend?
What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
You know what? I just I got my taxes done.
All right.
My taxes done finally. Got that done, and then I did some shopping with my sister. We kind of just went up and picked up some odds and ends. $200 later in Target.
Target, yeah.
Target. I just went in there to get a couple of things. She went in there to get one thing.
You walked out with several things, huh?
Yeah, $200 later. And then what did I do on Sunday? The rain was crazy or whatever. I stayed in the house all day Sunday. I did not leave this house, and I did the whole church thing. And then I just watched those home improvement shows.
I love those shows.
Buying those houses. What do you
flipping the house?
No, they go and they look at 3 houses and then they decide.
Oh yeah,
Okay, and then the one where they win the lotto.
Oh yeah, we like those.
Right in the house, the millionaire, or whatever. And then they go and buy a house and they fix the house up. I was watching those all day Sunday. I was just stuck, right? I was just stuck. That was all I did. Well, that was all I did. Talk to a friend. I did. I talked to my brother, and that was basically it. That was my weekend. And I was like, oh my gosh. It went by so fast, though. It just went by so fast. I was like, wow. But that was the weekend. That was my weekend. What about you? What'd you do?
That's crazy because you said it went by so fast. It went by so fast, I don't even remember what I did this weekend. I think I was at home. I think I was just here with my mom, working with her, and I don't know. That's all I remember is just being here, cleaning up, and being with my mom all weekend. I think I was with my mom all weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Some quality time there. Huh?
Yeah. Yep. I did spend some good time with her, so that's a good weekend. That's probably why I can't remember. That was good. I did catch up on a little bit of sleep. I was able to give me some sleep on, I think, was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Because I've been tired. Like, going back and forth work, going to our restaurant, Pastrami on the Run, which is actually moving. We're relocating to another location. So, dealing with that, it's a lot. And I kept falling, I was falling asleep at work. That's how tired I was. Like, at the end of the day, I felt it, and I was like, I had to stand up, just stretch out, like, oh my gosh, I just need to get through this last hour. And then I would get here, and I'm holding the phone, and I'm dozing, my hand keep on falling. I'm like, you're tired. Put the phone down. Lay down and just go to sleep for a minute, because you're tired. I'm tired. Tired. But I was able to get a couple of little extra winks in this weekend, so I feel a lot better. Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah. It catches up to you. You're like, oh, I'm fine. Just run, do this. And then it hits you, and you're like, okay, let me relax. Let me figure out what I gotta do, because I ain't trying to be falling asleep. I was literally about to doze, and I was actually, like, working. I'm typing on the computer, like, but I just felt my eyes getting heavier and heavier and heavier. I was like, wait, hold on. You're actually sitting here typing, and your eyes are like, they're closing. You're falling asleep.
Oh, you're falling asleep, girl. You gotta stop fighting that and go back down.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, look. Let me just stay. Let me just keep me up for another hour at work. And on my way home, don't fall asleep driving.
Please. Trying to get home.
Yeah. And I come in here, I sit down on the couch, and then I just go
Mm-hmm.
tired. But I got caught up on it. So, all right, let's talk about it. Okay. Okay, so everybody's striking. We got LAUSD striking, Starbucks striking. Who else striking?
Oh, okay. Those are the two companies that I know that are striking. LA Unified. And, as I was saying, it's like, this has been going on for, 2 days now? They got one more day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then they're going to, get back to work on Friday, supposedly. But, these newscasters are putting these anchors or whoever they are, reporters or whatever, they're putting these mics in these people's face on these picket lines, asking them what they want and what about the kids. You guys don't feel bad for the kids are not going to school. You know what? They've been thinking about the kids ever since school existed. You know what? These people need to get paid. A lady told them, listen, these kids that you're talking about that we don't care about, they are children.
Yeah.
Okay? They are our children, okay? We work. This is our job. We don't make enough money to stay in the neighborhood where we work at the school because the school's not paying us.
Right.
Do you know how much it costs to rent an apartment or a house, or how much a house costs in this area?
Right.
That we work in and come to school and teach our kids or whatever. And, work at different places in the school. Do you know how much it costs to live in this area versus what we make?
Right.
And you're going to tell us that we're not caring about the kids because we're out here on a picket line. We're just trying to get enough to survive.
Right.
It's just like, I don't even know why they would even ask those people those type of questions.
Right.
This guy said he made $25,000 a year.
$25,000 a year.
$25,000. Almost hit the floor.
Is that even $15.50 an hour? Is that a minimum wage?
I don't know. He was maybe he was like a teacher's aide or something, just coming to the school,
right?
Helping or something like that. He looked like a pretty young guy or whatever, college student or whatever. But he was just like, it's hard for him. He said it's hard for him.
That's under minimum wage. Well, he must be part-time.
Yeah, he must be part-time. That's why I think he was like working as a teacher's aide or something like that.
I mean, that's not to say that's a lot. That's not a lot.
It's not. And he said it was just hard for him.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? It's even hard for me. And stuff like that. And I was just like, wow. Even the guys, the mechanics for the school buses, the school bus drivers, the cafeteria workers, the custodians, those people are making pennies.
They don't make a lot of money.
And they said it's not even just that. Sometimes they said it's the condition of the school.
Oh, I can imagine.
They said that they're not taking care of the schools. I guess this money that we end up voting on every year, to take care of the schools. It's not
going to the schools like the lotto.
It's not going to the schools. And what do they have to say for that? They put in these big old surpluses, but what are you doing with these surpluses that the schools have and stuff? Long Beach Unified is the second largest in the nation.
Oh,
really,
wow.
you guys? And you guys are not taking care of it?
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that. And that's why our kids are falling so far behind, because they're probably ducking and dodging tiles coming from the ceiling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No air conditioning when it's hot.
Air conditioner, and stuff like that. Just, bathrooms, probably half of them probably closed.
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that or whatever. Why aren't they taking care of those things? Why aren't they taking care? What else do you guys have to do?
Right.
Are you really concerned about the kids? Are you really? Well, you should be concerned about the environment in which they spend most of their time during the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And if the superintendent is making $440,000, like you said, it is the largest. It is one of the largest school districts. So it may be well deserved, but it's also well deserved of those teachers to make a decent living
wage.
Yes,
a decent wage.
It shouldn't be. They want they want 30%. And they're talking about, we said we'll give them 26%, but then the union people came back and said, yeah, but what they're not telling you is that it's not retroactive, and that it's like it's gonna equal up to 26% after the school year. How much time? Yeah, but how much time is it gonna take to get that? We don't want that. We want 30%. Period. Go and give me 30% right now. Not.
Because the rent man ain't gonna wait.
No, he's not gonna wait for me to build up to get 26%.
You know, my car is not gonna move on promises.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? My kids can't sit down with a plate in front of them at the dinner table saying hope and faith.
No, stop.
You know what I mean?
They're not getting full on that.
They ain't getting full on that. They can't eat. Okay? They need money now.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's just like they act like they can't see nothing. You guys have the money.
Yeah.
They make money by kids going to school every day. You have the money.
Yeah, you have the money. Let's see how much.
And in California, it's just so ridiculous. You know how much money we pay in tax now?
Right. Yeah. They said a teacher makes. An entry-level teacher in California makes between $35K to $67K per year.
Margot.
Oh, my God.
Margot, how are they living on that?
ZipRecruiter says they make from entry-level, $23K to $49K. I think that's probably even closer to probably what they're making. And then a math teacher... Indeed says makes $35K to $120K. That's crazy. That don't make no sense. I mean, we sit up here and pay these athletes and these actresses and actors. I mean, yes, they go to school, they do, but where do they come from? They had a teacher. They had to go from schools to get to where they are.
And then they had to go to acting schools, Juilliard, and different places like that. You know what I'm saying? Get acting coaches. They had to do all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But everybody had teachers in their life.
Yeah. So why aren't we paying the people that are teaching them to be who they are going to be in life?
And strive for something.
Yeah. Because we can have some really... Yeah. We can have some really messed up, which I'm sure we do, have really messed up teachers who don't deserve to make a lot of money. But for the most part, teachers love to be teachers. Like, that's why they get that job.
They chose that. Chose that.
So, I don't know. I want them to get it together. What made me mad, though, and I don't have kids. But my sister do. I have nieces and nephews. They started the strike on Tuesday. Why didn't they do it on Monday? And then they're supposed to go back to work on Friday. Why? That don't even make no sense. Why didn't you strike Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
And they say that if they don't reach an agreement or whatever, that they're going to be out there again. So I don't know what that means.
Well, they better, because they said it was only going to be a 3-day strike. So that's what. Okay, if they go back to school, I'm going to be mad. If I had kids, they would not be going back to school on Friday. No. We're going to stay out the whole week. I wouldn't even send them to school on Monday. We staying out the whole week. Y'all playing games. I'm going to take a whole week off. If I have to take time off from work, I'm going to take the whole week off from work. I'm not about to take off 3 days because y'all want to strike. Well, I'm glad you guys are striking, but because you guys are not giving them the money that they're asking for, and you have it.
And better working conditions. Is that too much to ask for?
It's only 30%. Y'all got that. Stop it.
They got that. Give them people some money. You know what I mean? And clean up that school. Mm-hmm. Clean up them schools and stuff like that. Get all them toilets and them bathrooms and stuff like that working. Get a towel man out there. Get some toilets in there installed and whatever and stuff like that. Get them air conditioners fixed. Y'all got money to do that. Mm-hmm. Do it.
Yep.
Somebody call OSHA on your ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? That don't even make no sense. They probably end up closing down half of the damn school. Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of shape those schools are in.
Right. And I'm just thinking too. They say a year, so I guess because they don't work a average year. You know,
like 9 months, right?
About 9 months. So I guess they'll figure out that money within those 9 months. That's their year.
Right. But what they do, some teachers do, they get paid, I think they get paid like once a month.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What they do, some of the teachers and stuff, they have a certain amount taken out, so they get paid like year round.
Oh, okay.
9 months. It depends on what you sign up for.
Okay.
Some of them get paid over the summer and stuff like that. Depends on how they do their checks.
So, we had weather in California for over the past month or so now. And you said it was a tornado out here in California?
Yes, they had tornadoes. Excuse me. They had tornadoes in 2 locations here in California. They had one up in Carpinteria, which is up there by Malibu. And then they had another one in Montebello. Montebello's look horrible. You know, Carpinteria is a really pretty town. But they had a lot of things like, you know, I guess with the trees and things like that, you know, crops and stuff, you know. A lot of avocados come from out there. Beautiful ocean views. I mean, just beautiful. But Montebello, girl, it took down a big old Arco sign. It took roofs off the top of buildings. There was this, I don't know what kind of plant it was, but anyway, it knocked over all their trash cans and they had to lay them off to the side. It's just barrels. I mean, and they have electricity out.
Wow.
So Montebello got hit pretty hard.
I was watching TV and the TV was on low, but then, you know, it had the emergency broadcast that came on.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I was like, what's happening? It was like Los Angeles tornado. I'm like,
yep.
Tornado. Right as my husband was walking out the door, I'm like, Barry, be careful for the tornadoes.
Okay.
He's like, well, that's what they said. Tornadoes.
And it was going across the screen for a long time. I'm like, what that? This okay? Can you guys take that down so I can finish watching the program?
Right. Like, I'm watching TV. And y'all been putting the tornado alert, but I mean, it happened.
That wind was blowing. That wind was blowing.
Wow.
Really crazy. Oh, you know, I did want to mention too that Starbucks is having a strike. And they say they're short staffed. They're not hiring people. They talk about they want to cut back. They say they have these long lines and stuff like that. People are not understanding or whatever. But they kind of have their hands tied because they're not letting them, you know, they're not allowing them to hire more people, you know, and they're working the people that are there to death. And they are striking in Long Beach, Lakewood, and Cypress.
That don't make no sense because everybody goes to a Starbucks. Like Starbucks know they making money hand over fist. So it's no reason for your employees to be struggling, you not hiring, or somebody pocketing some money.
Somebody doing something. And I think they're really mad at them because remember, they chose to go with union. They decided.
Oh, they unionized.
And I think they're mad at them for that.
Well, then close then. I mean, come on. Y'all making money. Y'all making the money.
And they have good benefits, too, from what I understand. But, I mean, you know, we don't know what's going on over there. You know, those poor people, they stay on their feet all day.
All day, and then now they have the long line because you guys don't want to hire people, and people don't care. People are yelling at them, and hurry up, and all this stuff.
Get to work.
Yeah.
Nap with no soy and this and that and extra this and that. Oh, my God.
I can't.
I can't deal with the public.
I cannot.
There's no way I can.
That's how I knew that I was, you know, coming of age because when Starbucks came out, because I never learned a Starbucks menu item like a drink. You know how they come in. A caramel macchiato is all I get, hot or cold. That's it.
That was very popular.
That's what I stick to. Caramel macchiato.
My mother loved it.
Oh, because if they come in, they like with oat milk and this and soy and a drop of this and a splash of this and a swirl of that and blah 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 blah. I'm like, what is happening? What are they ordering? What is going on?
Margot, Can I have a medicine ball?
Right.
And a loaf?
That's it. Medicine ball and a lemon loaf. That's it.
And heat that up, please.
Right. Right. Yeah. I forgot about the medicine ball. And then people be, what's in the medicine? I don't know what's in the medicine ball. Somebody told me about the medicine ball and it works. And that's what I ordered. Now, whatever they put in it, tea, what I don't know what the ingredients are. I can't say extra anything.
Yeah. Whipped lemonade. We got, Tranquility tea. And we got mint tea by Tivana.
Mm-hmm.
And honey. And that's what's in it. That's what's in the medicine.
That's it. That's it. That's all. I'll take it.
I'm feeling good. Medicine balls.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Oh, but you know what? You got to be careful though, because some of them don't make them right.
Some of them do not make them right, and you be mad. And you make it
that out.
all the way to where you at, and you drinking. You like, what is this?
Yeah. Get right back in there and tell them they didn't make it
right. Put some more lemonade and another tea bag up in here, cause
this
ain't right. It ain't right. So you said Roomba, the little vacuum robot, is watching people.
Yeah, they said that it's violating privacy laws.
You're not on your mic.
Oh, speaking of privacy laws, the little Roomba vacuum, and they said that sensitive videos are being leaked on the cloud. And I guess when it goes around, they have women using the bathroom or getting undressed or something for the shower or going to bed, stuff like that. And they have these videos up on the cloud somewhere, and they're all leaked to this vacuum cleaner. Don't you guys have? You guys have one of those vacuums that go around your floor?
We had one. It broke. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember I saw one at your house.
Yep.
And that's what put me in mind. I was like, I got to tell Margot about this.
Don't be using that Roomba.
I don't remember the name of yours, but I remember you guys had one. So I was like, I had wrote that down to tell you about that.
Wow.
Something?
That is really crazy. Because I know that it has a camera.
They're making all this stuff so it can be convenient.
Right.
You know what I mean? But while they're doing all this stuff, what's inside of there? What are they putting inside these things? And who's controlling them?
Right. And
what are they able to capture?
Oh, here it is. Roomba recorded a woman on the toilet. So I know with the Roomba, they do have a camera because it record it makes its own route. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go because I know that there's a table here, it's a chair here, and they figure out the route. So I guess that's what the camera is for. But then but all of the stuff is going to the cloud, whatever they record. Why would it go anywhere?
Right. Who did something to these things to take pictures of people and capture everything, and then you go through it, and then you put these shots of people on your cloud, the cloud of yourself.
Somebody must have tampered with it or something. Because why would it do that? Why would it do that? 15 shots of private videos.
That's what I'm saying. I can't get it. I can't do that. Alexa, all them things, girl. I just went in my closet the other day to get some glue, and in my linen closet, and I went up at the top and I saw Alexa's ass sitting there, and I said, "You're gonna continue to sit there. I am not plugging you back up, baby."
She be talking to you. I miss my little Alexa, but yeah, she.
What goes on in this house stays in this house, honey. It ain't nobody's business.
Okay.
And I don't want you talking to me, and I don't want you listening to nothing.
Because she would definitely be listening to you, and she definitely would start talking out the blue, and you like, what? Ain't nobody talking to you, girl. What are you talking about?
Her up and put her in top of the linen closet. See, I don't trust stuff like that. And look what happened to the vacuum cleaners.
Right. A vacuum cleaner, which is really crazy. Crazy. My so I just keep hearing on the news that we're about to ban TikTok in the US, and
yeah, that's been on the news a lot.
Yeah, and it says the US is threatening to ban TikTok. I don't get it. I mean, I think that they're trying to strong arm China into giving them, because it's not that they want to shut it off. They want them to. U.S. wants to take it. Give it to a U.S. bound place, and then we can keep
Why?
it. Why? If it's bad for
Why?
them in China, it's bad for us out here. So what is it? I don't get it.
They're always trying to take things that don't belong to them.
From the beginning of time.
From the beginning of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get so obsessed with what somebody else can do. So you want to use them, and you want to take from them, and you want to say you did this, and then you want to wipe away history.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do this, do that. You know what? We missed it. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have
Facebook
everything.
ain't doing nothing. Instagram ain't doing nothing. Somebody, they went as far as doing the TikTok. Now, all of a sudden, it's a problem because we did. You
Right.
know what I mean? Leave them people alone.
Leave them alone.
We don't have our pulse on everything, evidently.
Right.
So, everybody, they're going to create things. Don't mash them for that or try to take it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's theirs.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
It's like we always got to stick our nose and our hands in places where they don't belong.
Mm-hmm. And then they want to say, oh, because they're getting information from the U.S. that they can use to do something to us. What?
Somebody singing and doing a dance.
Right. We're going to do
Somebody singing and juicing something.
Right. They're going to come and dance us to death. Like, it's... What? What?
Them white girls doing them black girls moves. What?
Right. Right. I'm like, I don't really understand the whole thing other than you guys are trying to strong arm them because this is the big thing right now. TikTok is the big thing and you guys want it.
Yep.
You guys want it.
It's a hot ticket item.
Yeah. And you want to say, now you want to go deep into their wording. Well, here. Look what it says right here. Well, what does it say on Instagram? What does it say on Facebook? What does it say on Twitter? We don't know. We just be like, check here, whatever. Probably say the same thing.
Yep.
They say the same thing that I said, but now you want it because it's the biggest thing right now. And TikTok has launched so many careers of people, like singers, actors, dancers, just everything, comedians. A lot of people have been on TikTok. TikTok is way better than Instagram, way better than Facebook.
That's the problem.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes. And they now they want it.
Competition has gotten fierce.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
Now they're mad. They better be careful. YouTube coming up on them too.
Yeah. Oh, here's the CEO. I'm looking at. He on here. His name is Shou Chu. Shou Chu. Shares special message on the behalf of the entire. And then I don't want to push it because they're gonna start talking. But he's thanking all of his 150 million TikTok users. Thank you. He said he'll testify before Congress later this week to share all that we're doing to protect Americans and deliver our mission to inspire, creative, and enjoy. Let me comment on... Oh, he said he's saying the same thing over again. But yeah, they're not trying to do nothing to y'all. It's an app. People love it. Leave us alone. Like, come on.
You're always trying to steal somebody else's ideas.
Yeah, I can't. So, speaking of stealing,
The biggest crooks, I'm telling you the truth.
oh, there we go. Speaking of crooks, Donald Trump. There you go. You gave me a good segue. Donald Trump was on. So he's not on none of the social media. He didn't create his own little situation.
Really?
Yeah. And so he went on there and he was talking mess about the what's her name? Stormy Daniels and giving the hush money, and so he talking and he gonna say, and Stormy horse-faced Daniels. I was like, what? Like, you could have left that whole thing out. You have your opinion about whatever it is that you have your opinion on. That's fine. But you paid, well, your attorney paid on your behalf hush money to that lady. Now she's a horse
And
face.
he couldn't have paid it if you didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him. Right. He got that money from you. So he was like, here you go. Hush money.
That check had his name and stuff and address up in the corner.
Okay. It was a Trump, like Nene said, she was cashing Trump checks.
No, baby, Stormy was.
Stormy check. She cashing Trump checks. Yeah.
35,000. I saw the check.
Why would you call that? Why you see? This is some of the stuff that I don't like about this man is that he goes low. Like, why do you need to call names like a big bully? You gonna call her a horse face, but she wasn't a horse face when you was doing whatever you was doing with her.
I bet you wasn't calling her that then.
Right. He was riding like a horse. He called her a horse face. I was already disgusted with him speaking, but I'm like, okay, freedom of speech. You say what you say.
A woman like that,
right?
And they sit there and vote for that.
And they vote for him, and that's the other thing. He sit there and call that lady out of her name, and all these other women out of their name, and y'all sit there and vote for her.
Because their husband tell them
mess. To. Okay.
That's why. Because their husband tell them to.
Ugh. I'm like, I can't.
End up on your own 2 feet. Make a decision for Pete's sake.
I pray that he's banned in some kind of way of being able to run.
Ever running for office again. Any type of office. Period.
Because his followers are deep. They are so deep. If he ran, I really think that he probably would win again for whatever racist reason.
How ignorant they are. When they interview him, Margot, I just want to fall over. I'm like, did they just say that?
Right.
They just say that?
I can't.
I just can't believe the things that they say and what they actually believe. How dumb can you be?
Right. Yeah.
And it's just so hard to even think that somebody can be that dumb.
Yeah. And for those many people to follow a dummy, like,
a dummy.
That's scary. That is so scary.
They don't research or nothing. All they do is listen to his sound bites and turn him on TV and my God, it's the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go back and research him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you can't believe everything this guy says. Don't you know anything?
Nope, they don't care.
They're scared to read.
Yep. Empty heads follow empty heads.
Oh my God. And what did he even do in his whole time that he was the president? What did he do?
Nothing for
a whole bunch of crooks.
Yeah. And cause a lot of mess. That's what he did. But they don't see it like that. They don't get it.
I wonder why we call them Karens.
Right. Right.
Like Trump.
Okay? Ugh.
Because he gave you guys that encouragement to go out there and act a fool. So we just said, okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen. Let me give you a title since you want to be a fool. Instead of calling you a fool, I'm going to call you a Karen.
We could have called you some Trumpettes.
Right, some Trumpettes. Come on, you Trumpets.
You could have did that.
Okay.
Karen Trumpet.
The Trumpets.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't.
So mad when you call them Karen too. Oh, they get so mad.
Oh, they pissed off. They very angry. I like watching them too. It's just like somebody possesses their body. Like what? What made you think you could say something? They're like aliens. Aliens. I'm like, what is happening? What is the body? What's the invasion of the body snatchers? Because they be going crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So last week we were talking about things that we were watching. So I did watch, what is it? Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt. And Unprisoned. So Reasonable Doubt, I found out that I did actually watch that when it came out. I went on my thing to go watch it, and I was like, who watched this? It's all the way down to all the episodes. But it was me, because I watched the first one, and I was like, oh yeah, I did see this. And it was really good. I like it. And then I am watching Unprisoned now. I'm on episode 3. I watched that this weekend with my mom, and she liked it. She was over there laughing. And,
yeah, that was a cute show.
Yeah.
It went by kind of fast, though.
Uh-huh.
All the episodes and everything, it went by kind of fast.
Mm-hmm. And then I watched Marlon Wayans on HBO Max. It's called God Loves Me. His set is called God Loves Me. And he was funny. So I actually was taking a little nap and I was watching YouTube. Well, YouTube was watching me. And when I woke up, it was an interview with Marlon Wayans and Big Boy from the Power 106.
Oh, okay.
And well, he's 93.5 now. Yeah. Anyway, but it was a
he changed station.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think is he still Power 106? I don't think he had Power 106 anymore. Anyway,
Okay.
He had a really good interview with him, and Big Boy was saying that he didn't watch it. He said he knew that he was coming on his show, and he said, but he didn't get a chance to watch the stand up, and so he told him to watch it. But it was a really great interview, which made me want to. I was like, I didn't even know that he had a stand up show, like a stand up. And when they was talking about it, I thought it was on Netflix. He kept saying it's not on Netflix. It's on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max. Let me make sure, because everybody is on Netflix. He's on 92.3 now. Big Boy. He was on Power 106. He's on 92.3. And he's been on there for a long while. But so I watched it. It's called God Loves Me, and the premise of the whole thing. I won't say what the whole thing, but the premise is about Jada, Chris Rock, and Will Smith. And that's his whole hour.
Really?
Revolving around not necessarily the slap, but why the slap happened and he's putting himself in. This is the reason why the slap happened, is because things that happened to me, that Chris Rock did to me, that Jada Pinkett did to me, and that Will Smith had did to him. He said, I'm friends with all three of them, but there were different things in his lifetime that occurred with all three of those people, which made that whole situation go down. So every time he'll say something about Chris Rock, and he said, and that's when I knew God loved me. And he said a date, he said a time, and everything. And then he said something about Jada, and he said, that's when I knew God loved me. And he said a date, the time that the slap happened. The date, the time. So he said everything that happened that night wasn't because of any of them three. It was because God loved him, made that happen. It was funny. I thought it was genius. I thought it was hilarious. Because I was like, why would he talk about that? Like, everybody's trying to talk about that. But the way that he put it together, I enjoyed it. I liked it. That's all I really watch other than my regular reality shows. Let me see. Oh, okay. So I did talk about last week the SWV and Escape. So the mother and the daughter that was saying that the sister stole her money. They actually had a sit down. The mother came to the daughter's house. The daughter cooked and everything, and the mom started going off on her. I was like, what? The daughter sitting there is like, Mom, you never had my back. Very vulnerable to her mom, and she's like, what you mean I don't have your back? She just going off on the daughter, and you could just tell in her name is Tamika. You could tell in her face that she has been feeling this way all her life, like second best. You do everything for Tasha, and you don't do nothing for me, or you don't care about what's going on with me. It's all about her. Like, I'm just a stepchild. She crying, and the mama just like going on her, and I was like, oh my God, like I can't. But then it took a turn, and then she was like, look at me. The mom said, look at me. I love you. This, that. She softened it up or whatever. I said, but that was
after all that though.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, she took her up here and then she brought her back down. It's like, oh, but I love you, I love you, blah 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 blah. And then so I love Candy. Like I like Candy. Like I like Candy's life. Like I like Candy. But they were so SWV and Escape got together to try to talk about how they was going to do this concert. So they all came in and then they said, we're going to do a joint headliner. There'll be joint headliner. So nobody's over nobody. We're doing joint. So Candy said, well, not to be disrespectful or anything like that, but when we're on a show, we take top billing. Like, except take top billing. So Coco was like, what? Like, hold on. Hold down. Okay. No, she was like, So they were like, well, it's not your concert. Like, SWV is coming to y'all and asking if you guys want to collaborate with them to do a joint venture. So it was their idea. So why wouldn't they take top billing if that's what? But they're saying we want to do equal billing. Like it's a joint. So they going back and forth. And so Tiny chimed in and she was like, well, when people, which, and I honestly believe this because Tiny and what's her name? Oh God. No. What did I just say? Tiny and Candy. Gosh. Tiny and Candy are also on like the reality shows. People, they got more people other than the music that they got.
Right.
So
right. They got a following.
They got a following. So they got the following from music, and then they got the following from their reality shows. And so that's pretty much what Candy was saying is like, yeah, we do top billing because people, you're going to get more people there because of what we have to bring. They're not going to just come for, the people that's for our reality shows are not coming for SWV. They're coming because I'm Candy. They're coming because I'm Tamika, Tiny. And so that's what Tiny has said. And so they got mad. They was upset. Like, well, I'm getting ready to go to the bathroom. I can't. She said, what the hell are they talking about? This is that, whatever. And some people that I was hearing just, in the air, they was like, what? SWV was there before them. And
but it don't matter. They ain't doing nothing now.
They ain't doing nothing now. It's 30.
Okay.
Coco said, I done sold 30 million records to your 6,000 or 6 million or whatever. That's not what they're talking about.
When was that, though?
Right.
What else?
Because it ain't today. Because today they got other stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you were bringing in them checks down. Okay. So what you getting a little royalty right now? But they got multiple incomes coming in.
Yeah. And multiple followings. And yeah, y'all still tour and do stuff like that. But that's to your old school crew. Like if you came down here, I would come see y'all because I like SWV. Like. But that's not new following. You're not getting new people that's listening to the back in the day R&B music. They not hitting you up.
Ain't nobody going back there.
No.
Ain't nobody going back on Apple Music or what other music channels or whatever looking for SWV's hits.
No, they're not.
In the 90s and stuff. They're not doing that. You guys were good on Versus. That was cool.
Yeah.
But it's like that's it though.
It's our age that's gonna be at your concert. That's what we gonna be
pretty
there.
much.
Yeah. No new school.
With a whole bunch of other people too.
Right.
So,
but see,
you're not gonna be top billing.
You're not. But then I the only thing that I disagree with Candy is that they brought that to you guys. Like, you didn't bring the idea to SWV. SWV brought the idea to y'all. So be equal billing, and it's only one show. It's one show. So I was like, okay.
They probably needed to bring it there because they needed the money. They needed to bring it because they needed the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Candy and Tiny definitely don't need the money. Now, Tasha and Tamika, they probably need the money because they ain't been doing nothing.
They probably can use the check.
Yeah. Yeah. But Tamika drive a really nice whip, and she got a nice house. But they got, they royalties. They got money. She got money. They got money. But they don't have Candy and Tamika money, Tiny money. They don't have that. They don't have that. So, still watching that. And then, in my regular reality TV shows. Oh, boy.
So what's happening on what's out there for reality, though?
Right now it's Real Housewives of New Jersey is on. They had the Real Housewives of Potomac was on while we were off. That was a whole thing.
Hey, somebody getting divorced. I read somebody's getting divorced. I don't know the people, but it was somebody that was on one of your shows, and they're a black couple and they're getting divorced. I don't know if it's one that you watch or whatever. It was a lady. She had curly hair, and it was a guy, and the guy was some kind of coach.
Okay, so that's no, they just got married. They got married. So it's a basketball coach. That's
Well, it ain't working because somebody divorced them.
They got 2 kids, Robin and the basketball coach that didn't tell about the gosh darn it, I can't.
Was he having affairs? You look it up and find out what's going on. It was something about somebody filed for divorce or something.
Robin from Potomac. What's her husband? Her husband's name is Juan Dixon. That's the only basketball people that I know about.
Something that happened with somebody on the team, and he had some affair. Something was going on, and
oh no, that was not him. Juan Dixon, he was a head coach at one of the top colleges, and then one of the coaches was doing something, saying something to one of the players. He reported it to Juan Dixon, and Juan Dixon didn't report it. He, how you a mandated report if somebody tell you. He didn't say nothing, so they fired him. But him
yeah. That's what. Okay, now are they getting divorced?
No, they just got married. They just on the show. They just got married. They were married before. They were married before. They were divorced.
Okay.
And they got married again.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So they just got married again. Yeah. But that's crazy. So they're not gonna be on the show no more because that was going on in her life, and you on a reality show, and you're not talking about reality, but you guys are stirring the pot in other people's lives and not telling and like lying on people. Like I don't like on Potomac. Candace works my nerves. Like Candace on Potomac, she works my nerves. She just
is that his wife?
Huh?
Is that his wife?
No. Robin is the wife of the basketball player. But this lady named Candace, I think I told you that before. It was the lady that had to fight. She just worked my nerves all the time, and I wish they would kick her off the show.
Yeah.
She works my nerves. But this season, they tried to switch something and brought her husband into it. When all this stuff right here was happening in Robin's life, and they didn't bring this to light until the show was over. So they was trying to smoke screen stuff and make stuff up and do. I mean, they made something that was so tiny. So Giselle, which is Robin's best friend, tried to say that Candace's husband had asked her to come into, like during a reunion, asked her to come into a room because he wanted to ask her something. And so they walked into the room, and she said she thought her glam was there, and there was nobody in the room, and that made her feel uncomfortable, and that he tried to close the door. It didn't even make sense, the stuff that she was saying. So the husband said, "Well, you said come on over here and let's go in here because I wanted to ask you something." But then when you didn't see your glam there. If you didn't feel uncomfortable, if you were uncomfortable, and then you should have said, "I feel uncomfortable, leave." He said, "Did I do anything to you?" And she was like, "No, I just felt uncomfortable." Come on, come on, man. I want Giselle and I want Robin to be gone. So they also have a podcast. Robin and Giselle have a podcast called Unreasonably Shady. and they went on there and talked about this after the show was over. Went and talked about it, and then said, "Oh, if you come to our Patreon, we'll tell you the story." Well, you was on for free over here where you was supposed to be telling your reality, and you didn't tell nobody nothing.
Who gonna pay? Who gonna pay?
Who paying? Who gonna pay?
You gotta pay for that.
Yes. So y'all can all just be off the show because you guys are boring. You guys are always stirring the pot, always deflecting. They need 2 new housewives. I'm tired of Robin. I'm tired of Giselle. They are. That's just a waste of money. For me, it's just a waste of money that they're paying these 2 people. Go back on Patreon with your reasonably shady podcast and make your money there, because y'all have no storyline, nothing. It's just nothing. So hopefully they will kick them 2 off just for not being real.
Now, you know that one lady that was on Basketball Wives, Lozado, she got engaged.
Yeah, so they have a new show. I was going to watch it. Queens of something. So it's Tamar, Evelyn Lozado. Let me see. Yes, girl. And oh my God.
Supposed to get married too.
Okay, so.
Margot like, oh God.
Oh, let me see. What's the name of this show? It's called Queen's Court. It has Tamar Braxton, Evelyn Lozado, and Nivea, the singer from back in the day. She was a singer. Was she a singer? Yeah, she was a singer back in the day. It's on Peacock, but it also comes on Bravo. Peacock, you can watch the whole series, and then on Bravo, you watch it. So the other day, I was on Instagram, and I seen a post from Tamar saying it's a white guy that's on the picture, and she said, "Oh, this is the guy that makes me smile. It's my birthday. I want to say blah 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 blah. I love him. This and whatever." Between the both of them, they have 6 kids. Now she only got 1, so he got 5.
Got some baby mamas.
Yeah, and he got some baby mamas, and she said, "But I appreciate the baby mamas and this is that whatever." Well, one of the baby mamas got on there and was like,
Don't you say that?
No. She said, I'm not even, she said, I don't even want him, but what you not gonna do is say that you appreciate me and you never met me before.
Ooh.
What you not gonna do is say all this stuff and you be keeping, which is wrong for her, that you keep him away from his child. No, your baby daddy stays away from your child. That don't have nothing to do with Tamar.
Right.
So
nobody can keep you away from your child.
Yeah, that's his doing. So don't put that on her. But for her to she could have said, "This is the guy that made me smile. It's my birthday. I'm engaged to him. I love him." That's it. But she went on to put, the baby mamas, and we so happy to have them, and I love them. She's like, "You don't love my child? Like what? What are you talking about?"
You just went too far with it.
Yeah. There was a point where she just could have and should have stopped. So
who's the man, Margot?
I don't know who that man is, but he's white, very handsome.
He looks alright.
Handsome guy. Yeah, they had showed a picture of him dancing. He's like he got got a little hip in him. And it's hosted by Holly Robinson Peete and her husband. So they have it's 10 episodes. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see what happened. But yeah, that's where Evelyn Lozado's engagement is coming from, and so is Tamar's. So
we got 2 engagements there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Nivea. So, and
Taraji got married too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, Taraji got married. Look that up. Taraji got married. She married that guy that she was engaged to before. That was an ex-football player.
Oh, okay. Taraji.
I don't know when they taped that Mary J. Blige show, but on there, Taraji didn't say she had a man. I guess she keeping it quiet. I guess you can't not want to tell her.
Oh yeah, he handsome.
Yeah, he was the football player. that she was engaged to before. Remember? And they broke up.
Yep, they have her right here split.
Now they got back together.
Oh,
and they ended up getting married.
Okay.
They just probably snuck off somewhere.
Well,
I forgot to mention that earlier.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, they split up in 2020. Yeah.
I'm glad she got somebody. She's a very nice girl, and you know, she's dealing with some stuff or whatever, you know, and you know, she really started from the bottom. You know, and she got her education at Howard or whatever. She came out here with what, $700 or something. Her and her son. And look where she made. I'm glad she got somebody to love.
Yeah, she made herself. She made Jody.
Oh yeah, Jody. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. I'm glad that she found her some love, or fell back in love.
Right?
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
that was the man for her. That was the man.
Yeah.
They had courted for a little bit, but they just, you know, I don't know what happened. But I'm glad they rekindled and got back together. I want her to be married.
That's cool. All right, y'all. So I know we didn't talk your ear off. We did exactly an hour. Well, we're on an hour and 1 minute. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Just Being Me podcast. You can always hit us up on our email at justbeingmeMargotEvans@gmail.com. And then we have Twitter at justbeingme, and it's justbeingm_e_. Facebook at Just Being Me Podcast, and Instagram at justbeingm_e_. So hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking. And we're back. So we will see you guys next week. If you're in California, try to stay dry and safe.
Have a nice evening and be safe.
Peace out, y'all.